everybody, welcome to iCommand. This is TV Boy back for another game log review, and we are doing the final game from the Swiss rounds of the December 17th tournament. So this is going to be Josh, who we saw play in the last video that I uploaded. And he is playing his Scum Hunters list that we saw, and he's going to be playing against Joey, who is playing an Imperial spies and troopers list and brawlers. It's kind of all over the place, so it's pretty interesting, and we get to see the purge troopers in action here. So I should mention that Josh and Joey played. This wasn't necessarily the last round of Swiss, but there were only 4 players, so they played a round robin, and then the winner of this tournament played the winner of the previous tournament, which also had 4 players. So we kind of took 2 4-player tournaments, combined them into one 8-player tournament. Basically, is how that worked. So this is going to be the kind of decider game, even though not chronologically it was. But anyway, let's move on. We're playing on the Man in Carbonite mission on Bespin Tabano facility. This is the one where whenever you defeat your opponent's figure, you have 2 objectives that you are controlling, and you can place one of those objectives in that figure's space when you defeat that figure, and then you can spend an action to pick up that objective, walk it over to the freezing chamber, which is down in the bottom, that yellow area, the yellow dotted line, and you can spend another action to drop it off, and you'll score VPs equal to that figure's figure cost. So let's kind of go through the list. We've already talked about Josh's list here, so let's talk about Joey's list, which is super interesting. Joey is running Imperials, as we mentioned. He's got the Grand Inquisitor with Agent Callus, 2 ISB infiltrators, and 2 purge troopers, which you can see on your screen there. As I haven't seen a lot of them since the playtesting period ended. They were introduced in Season 7 as a brand new card type to IACP, and their specialty is their Imperial loadouts, which, much like the Claudite, allows them to swap forms before the mission, although they can only do that at the beginning. They can't swap freely the way that the Claudite does. He also has an Imperial officer. He's got advanced comm systems on Callus, rule by fear, doubt, and Zillow technique. And let's see what form he has chosen for these purge troopers, if I can get to it. He has chosen the Electro Batons. So let's see if I can actually generate that. Yes, here we go. Lovely, lovely. So there you can see the Electro Baton form for this card. And it'll be very interesting to see how this list plays out. So let's get into it here. It looks like... who has initiative? I'm not sure which player has initiative yet. But it looks like Greedo is activated, or no, he's just swapping figures around. There we go. So Josh is doing his deployment, and Josh is going to start off with the Senator form. He actually has the Claudia in his list. So it would be interesting to compare and contrast these 2 figures that have similar abilities. Okay, it looks like Joey's resolving Rule by Fear, so he's drawing 2 extra cards, and he's going to discard Element of Surprise to pay for Rule by Fear. And, okay, so now we see that Josh is using Excavation on Afra, and what that means is that Joey must have initiative, because Joey did Rule by Fear first as his start of round, and then Dr. Afra triggers start of round as well. So since Josh doesn't have initiative, his Dr. Afra ability will go second, and that means he is able to target the Element of Surprise that was placed into Joey's discard pile by Rule by Fear. Always something you have to keep in mind when you're playing with Rule by Fear against a Dr. Afra player. If you have initiative in round 1, whatever you ditch for Rule by Fear, that can be stolen by Dr. Afra, which is a fun interaction. So, here we go. So we're starting off, looks like we've got the officer activating for Joey. I'm going to try and move these. There we go. Okay, and Jabba activating for Josh. Gonna focus up Greedo. now we've got one set of Purge Troopers activating. Gonna open up the door and move into the middle here. We've actually got an entire podcast episode about this map, so definitely check that out if you are interested. I'm gonna move the map a little bit more centered. Alright, so now we've got Bib Fortuna activating. Gotta focus up Onar and move back to the back of the deployment zone. And we've got an officer, Purge. So it looks like Joey has passed here. So now we see Dr. Afra moving down to control the terminal. And now we've got the ISB infiltrators moving into the upper middle area of the map. Okay, and now Claudite activating. Gonna give Cad Bane, Onar Coma, and Greedo all a power token, a damage power token. And you can see here is the Senator form for the Claudite. This is updated for ICP. Used to be you had to roll dice with that to see how many power tokens you gave out, and we just got rid of that. Made it so it's always based on how many dice are in your dice pools. So the elite gives out 3. Okay. And Claudite's also going to hang out in the terminal room. And we've got more ISBs moving to the center area. The Infiltrator also moving to the center. So it looks like Joey's moving all of his figures up into the center middle area. And that makes sense. We talked about how if you're the list that wants to get up close and attack close up, you probably want to be using that middle upper area as your staging area. If you're the list that wants to be attacking further at range, your more fragile figures, you're going to want to hang out in one of the terminal rooms and be attacking from there. And that's what we see Josh doing. He's moving all of his figures down into the terminal room, while Joey's moving his figures into the upper area. He's got his Purge Trooper now up against that left door leading into Josh's forces. So Joey's going to be ready next round to open that door and start wreaking havoc. But Josh is doing what he's supposed to do. He is opening the room to the freezing chamber, which gives him really good attacks from the lower part of the map up into the upper middle area where Joey is staging his figures. Alright, Agent Callus activating. That is going to be allowing Joey to draw an extra card here with Fulcrum ability. That's also giving Josh an extra card though. Something you often see with Callus is playing Strategic Shift since he's a spy, so even though you're giving your opponent an extra card, you just shuffle it away and they still only get 2 cards. Alright, so it looks like Greedo is activating and he's going to make an attack on the ISB Infiltrator, and Josh has put Greedo in a really nice spot there where the Infiltrator cannot see back. So Greedo is not going to, or the Infiltrator will not get to attack Greedo with slow on the draw. And Greedo doesn't have power token. It looks like he played Element of Surprise from his hand, but then I think he must have remembered he excavated Joey's Element of Surprise. So definitely always want to play the excavated card when you can, so you can excavate more cards on future turns. So yeah, it looks like interesting. He's discarding Element of Surprise for Bib Fortuna to add +1 damage to the attack. So Greedo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get the kill, but now Joey is likely to discard for. Okay, yeah, he's not going to do that, it looks like, because he realizes Joey can just discard with Zilla Technique to keep the ISB alive. So it looks like he is doing 6 though. Yeah, 6 damage. I think if he had spent that power token, that would have helped him. But obviously you don't get to see the dice before you do that. So it looks like that's the end of round 1. So going into round 2, no VPs to score yet, not till things start dying. And it looks like Doubt going to remove a focus from Onar. Worth every credit revealed with Black Market by Josh. Let's see, do I have that card? I thought I had pulled it out. Oh well. So looks like he is going to put it back on top of the deck. Let's see. Ah, he's selling it. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. He doesn't have any VPs. He could have put it back on top of the deck to keep it, but it looks like he's going to sell it for 2 VPs. Which, I mean, you brought Black Market. You paid 1 point for it. You paid 1 damage on Jabba. You might as well get something for it. So that kind of makes sense to me. And now initiative is going to be to Josh. Should be. Let's see. And he has activated Bib to focus up Onar. And now the ISB Infiltrator is coming down, or going up to take an attack down the left side of the map. There's the Infiltrator. With that +1 surge for being hidden. Let's see, did he make range? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a pretty long shot. Range 7. He does have a plus accuracy, but Onar can use get down here. Nope, Onar just gonna take the damage. Was that actually range 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it was range 6. So he had natural accuracy there. So Onar just gonna take 6, and I'm gonna move back. I see Jabba activating, so I wonder what the other infiltrator decided to do. Okay, well here's the second group of infiltrators activating. Gonna take another shot at Onar. This time Onar gonna use get down to prevent the surge from adding accuracy, so that attack will miss. And then another one gonna activate, but this time Josh is gonna use Cad Bane's I Make the Rules now. So let's see if we can pull that one up for you guys. So he's able to move Onar at the start of the ISB Infiltrator's activation. Now it doesn't seem to save him from blocking line of sight. Oh, maybe he's not gonna do it. Yeah, it looks like he decided he's gonna save that ability for another time. And we see natural range, so it's going to be another 5 damage, and it looks like Onar is going down. Joey getting the kill there. So some long range sniping from these ISB infiltrators. And now we see Greedo activating for Josh. Going to attack the Purge Trooper. So Purge Trooper's melee, so he can't attack back. So again, mitigating that slow on the draw ability. Spending the power token. Good defense roll. 4 damage, so 6, 3, and a bleed. Unless, does he need accuracy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he needs accuracy. He's got +1. And he does have a surge for +3 accuracy, so he can actually get this. He can make it here. Ooh, he's going to play Assassinate as well. And gonna discard to the limit for +1 damage. But Calm Disrupt is gonna stop the Assassinate from Joey, since he does have 3 spies in his list. So that's gonna save this Purge Trooper from dying. And I imagine Josh is not gonna be discarding to to Bib then in that case. But because he did play Assassinate, even though it got cancelled, it does trigger Agent Callus's ability. So Callus is going to be spreading around some damage power tokens as well. And so let's see, how much damage is he actually doing? 4, 6, so 3 damage going into the Purge Trooper there from that attack. And now Joey going to activate Callus. I'm going to use that Fulcrum to draw a card for both players. And there's the strat shift, so that is going to be gnarly for Josh, who does not have Smuggling Compartment in his list. So Josh is going to have to shuffle away all the cards that he was drawing off of Jabba and off of Fulcrum. That includes this round's draw from Jabba, since he already activated him. Oh, the 1-2 punch of Intel Leak after the Assassinate. Going to take Josh down to just 1 card in hand, and whatever his worst card is. He's got Cad Bane's command card and strength in numbers. And Joey gonna take Cad Bane's command card away from him. That's the 2-point card that lets Cad Bane interrupt a hostile figure's activation to declare an attack, targeting a figure other than the activating figure. So now Josh gonna activate Afra. Gonna go for that Purge Trooper again. Not focused, but a great roll. Does she have accuracy though? 1, 2, 3. No, she's short two accuracy. So that's gonna be a miss. Joey gonna activate the officer. Just gonna stay on the terminal. And now we have Vinto activating, gonna come up. These are just taking turns on this Purge Trooper. Looks like he got the range though. So that's going to be 3 damage. And then a second shot. So he was 1 short of getting the kill with Bib. He's going to have to attack again. Let's see, does he have the range there? So he does have Surge for +2 accuracy and hide, so he can make it. And then he's got a Surge for Pierce too, although it looks like Zillow technique has not been exhausted. So I'll have to use the Surge for +1, and then he can add a damage with Bib, but then Joey can just discard with Zillow technique to stop that. So it looks like he is going to discard Strength in Numbers to add +1 damage with Bib, and there we see Joey discarding Fleet-Footed to add +1 block for Zillow, and that's going to leave the Purge Trooper on 1 health left. So now it looks like Joey activating this Purge Trooper. He's going to move him behind the other figures to get out of line of sight. But we have the Scout activating. Let's see, what form does he have? He's Street Rat. So there you can see the Claudite form that's activating. Interesting, he's going to go for the ISB Infiltrator here. Focused attack. Pretty good roll. 5 damage. But it doesn't get to spend a Surge for the Assassin's Blade, unfortunately. And now we've got the Inquisitor activating. Looks like he's going to perform an attack on the Street Rat Claudite, which is going to allow him to have that precision reroll. Also going to play primary target. Wow, that means that the Claudite's the most expensive figure in Josh's list, and that seems to be the case. They're all 6 points or less. So that's going to be a focused attack from the Grand Inquisitor. Wow, that is a monster roll. That is definitely going to kill the Inquisitor there, or the Claudite there. And Joey picking up another 6 VPs, and this time Joey's going to put down his token so that that Claudite is now a carbon body or whatever. I think it's called an unconscious token or something. And now Joey might be able to pick that up and get another 6 VPs if he can haul it all the way down to the carbon freezing chamber. Alright, so let's see. Looks like Cad Bane is activating. And he is attacking the Inquisitor. Gets automatically focused with Flawless Execution, and the Inquisitor blanked out, so that's gonna be 6 damage. Nice shot for Cad Bane there. Okay, Purge Trooper activating. Let's see. Where's our Purge Trooper? There it is. this is going to be an attack on Greedo, so he's going to get +1 damage from On the Hunt. Greedo dodges. But now it looks like he's going to do his second attack with his batons. Greedo blanks out this time, so that's 3 damage into Greedo. So nice little dodge mitigation there from the batons. That's going to be the end of round 2, going into round 3, which means Joey's getting initiative back again, unless we see a take initiative from Josh. Josh going to reveal opportunistic with black market, so that's great. He gets to buy that for 0 points. That's probably makes him happy. Doubt going to be exhausted here, removing Vinto's focus. There's the initiative token. Excavate. Did we see a card get excavated? Strength in Numbers was excavated by Dr. Afra, so that is on the table. Alright, so now we've got the Inquisitor activating once again. And the Inquisitor going to come up and do an attack here on Vinto. Again, he's going to keep that reroll, but another dodge. But this is the Inquisitor we're talking about, so he has the deadly ability now called Diddly Spin, as it now adds cleave as well as mitigating the dodge there. And that's an Assassinate being played. That's going to kill Vinto and do, let's see, cleave onto Greedo, I imagine. Yep, 3 damage onto Greedo. And now we see Cad Bane activating. He's going to spend a power token here, attacking the Inquisitor. Oh, is he not attacking the Inquisitor? Oh, he's attacking the Purge Trooper. That makes sense since the Purge Trooper hasn't activated yet. So 5 damage to the Purge Trooper there. Going to use Strength in Numbers to reactivate. He's going to activate Greedo here, and then using I Make the Rules now to move Cad Bane, it looks like. Greedo going to step back and take a shot at the Purge Trooper. He only has to step back 1. Purge Troopers doesn't have reach with that configuration. Oh, very good roll for the Purge Trooper. He can still do 2 damage here, but the Purge Trooper... Oh, he drew heightened reflexes, so he's going to cancel that defense dice, and that's going to kill the Purge Trooper, I believe. And that's going to trigger Agent Callus's Hunt Descent, so he's spreading more of these damage tokens around. And there is Dying Lunge being played by the Purge Trooper, so he's going to be able to move to an attack before he's defeated. He's going to go for Greedo here, so we could see another attack from Greedo if he goes down. Yep, that's going to kill Greedo. He doesn't get to use the baton ability, though. So now Greedo is going to do his parting shot and going to attack the Inquisitor. And that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, so 5 damage. Oh, Inquisitor gets to reroll since Greedo's adjacent to the Inquisitor. That's one of the abilities on the Precision, and the idea was he's supposed to have an advantage against other melee attackers, but he gets the advantage against Greedo since Greedo is adjacent to him. So he did get to reroll that dice, and that means he's only going to be taking 3 damage from this attack. And Greedo goes down. Joey's now at 21 VPs. Josh gets 4 VPs from the Purge Trooper, so he's now at 7. But he has some catching up to do, starting with killing this Inquisitor, who has 15 health. Oh, did we just see a command card get played? Oh no, okay, Josh is at 7. Okay, so what just happened? That was Greedo stepped back, attacked the Purge Trooper. Purge Trooper Dying Lunge attacked Greedo. Greedo died, parting shot Inquisitor, so that means it's Joey's activation now. So Agent Callus activating, he's going to open the door, the left side door that leads to Josh's deployment zone. And now we're going to be able to attack, probably Bib. That's going to be 5 damage with the token, and he's got enough accuracy. So Bib goes down, so now Josh has lost access to illicit weaponry. Not going to be able to discard command cards for that +1 damage anymore. Joey goes up to 24 points. Dr. Afra activating for Josh here. That's something about Scum in ICP is they have a lot of powerful support abilities now from the new support figures in ICP, but if you take them out, those abilities get lost, which is a lot different from like Empire, where so much of your powerful support comes from your skirmish upgrades like Zillow Technique. You can't defeat Zillow Technique and take it out of play. So Zillow Technique being exhausted to stop the Pierce 1. Looks like Dr. Afra was attacking the Inquisitor, so Inquisitor going to take 3 damage. Now we've got the ISB Infiltrators coming up and going to be attacking Jabba. Let's see. There's our Inquisitors. Gonna make sure Jabba can't play any command cards while he's defending. Don't want him to play on the lamb. So that's going to be 4 damage to Jabba, who's already taken 2 damage from Black Market. It looks like it was 5 damage. Excuse me, he had a power token. A lot of these power tokens from Hunt Descent here. And another attack going through, 3 more damage. So that kills Jabba, and Joey goes to 30. Josh still at 7. Oh. I think they're going to call it there. I see cards being revealed. And it looks like they're doing a post-game in Discord. So that is going to be it. Joey able to quite effectively pick apart Josh's low-cost figures, and Josh struggling to get the job done against that one Purge Trooper who managed to survive several attacks before. Actually didn't even go down. He's still up there at 1 health left. So that's the game. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm hoping we'll get the finals footage. This, by the way, made Joey the winner of this tournament. He actually won on tiebreakers. There were 3 of them. Joey, Josh, and Herbie were all 2-1 at the end of this 3-round tournament. But Joey had the best scores for the day. So he won on tiebreakers, and he went on to play Kyle in the finals, Kyle Bossum. And I'm hoping to get that game log from them soon, and we'll definitely put it up on the channel for you guys to enjoy. Alright, thanks all for watching. We will see you later.